Okay, so you've sent us a really fascinating collection of sources this time.
Yeah, quite a mix. All YouTube video transcripts, it looks like.
That's right. And they all center around this one gamer, known as Boba, within the world of Dark War.
Seems like we have a music track, some storytelling bits.
Exactly. And our mission, really, for this deep dive is to try and look beyond just the game stats and the online alias.
To figure out who Boba really is, or maybe what he is within that community.
Yeah, precisely. What makes him tick, maybe uncover some surprising things about his character and, well, the whole online community around him.
Okay, sounds good. Where should we start?
Let's jump in with that music track first. It's called Music, Boba Boy.
Right. Got it here.
It's got this pretty upbeat feel, and the lyrics have Boba calling himself the bubble tea king.
Yeah, seems like your typical gamer persona, right? Top of the leaderboards, fueled by caffeine and sugar, maybe?
That's the initial vibe, definitely. You picture someone maybe younger, super focused, downing sweet drinks for those long gaming sessions.
But the lyrics take a turn pretty quickly, don't they?
They really do. He flat out says, "I ain't no tapioca."
And then reveals his secret weapon isn't tea at all. It's quite a list. Whiskey, rum, bourbon, gin, vodka.
The whole bar, basically. It completely flips that initial image.
Totally. He talks about being seen as sweet like a caramel pearl.
But his reality, more sour than a whiskey swirl. It's such a stark contrast.
And he seems aware of it, even hints he's like actively tricking people about what's in his tea.
Which straight away makes you think about online personas, doesn't it? How people craft this image.
Absolutely. This curated identity. Boba's got this sweet, energetic gamer thing going on publicly. While behind the scenes, at least according to his own song, it's Jack Daniels and gin fizzes fueling the wins.
It makes you wonder, it's like, how deliberate is that? And why project that specific image, the bubble tea one?
Good question. Maybe it fits the name Boba, or maybe it's just more appealing, less intense. Who knows?
Okay, so that's the musical intro to Boba. Now let's look at him in his element within his alliance, the CWB.
Right, the storytelling videos. Boba Soju and Who is Boba?
Yeah. So in Dark War, alliances are basically your team, your guild, and Boba's a big deal there, Ace General.
Second highest CP combat power after the leader, Joker. So definitely a heavy hitter in terms of in-game strength.
What really comes through in these stories isn't just his power level.
No, it's more about his personality, right? The vibe he brings.
Exactly. They call him a morale booster. Funny, easygoing, someone who keeps things grounded, even when Joker, the leader, is maybe more intense.
And Joker seems to really lean on him for that. There's that line about Joker telling people with problems.
Oh yeah, PM Boba, he can solve anything. Like, just defaults to him.
They even call him the duct tape, or the glue holding the alliance together.
Which is amazing, isn't it? It says so much about the importance of those, softer skills, even in a competitive game. It's not all just stats.
Not at all. And that Boba Soju story, that gives us a whole different look.
Right. The drunken alter ego. This usually reliable ace general turning into a drunken tornado.
Causing chaos, yeah. It's a very human moment, I guess you could say. Vulnerable, almost.
But what struck me most was how the Alliance reacted. You might expect them to be annoyed, right?
You might. But instead,
they totally rallied around him. Joker literally carries him. Alvo watches over him. Azazel shows up with a hangover cure.
Yinga checks his health. Panda leaves a lucky bamboo. Even Noi offers a blessing.
It's incredible. That level of, genuine care and support. These aren't just random players. They're a proper community.
It really illustrates how deep those bonds can get online, doesn't it? Real connections, real looking out for each other.
Definitely. And it's not just in crises. The story mentions his inbox is always flooded.
People coming to him for advice, for help. It shows he's more than just the funny guy or the strong fighter. He's someone people trust.
Okay, so we have the whiskey-fueled gamer, the surprisingly crucial alliance glue. Now for another layer entirely.
Yes, the charmer of many realms.
From the love me, love my tea story, this is where it gets complicated, kind of wild.
Apparently, Boba has a reputation for cross-server affairs, flirting and romance across different game worlds, basically.
They call him a legend among warlords and romantics alike. Quite the title.
It is, and his style seems pretty unique. Humor, confidence, and strategic use of emojis in voice messages.
Yeah, that detail stood out. He's mastered the art of the online flirt.
And it seems to work. We get these examples. Lady Aurelia on server 16.
Right, the queen of negotiation. She's apparently hesitating to declare war because Boba's charmed her with lines like, Why fight when we can talk it out over dinner? And sends a virtual rose. Her own alliance is getting worried.
Then there's Celine, Sir 23, a ruthless warlord.
Yeah, and Boba compliments her kill count, calls it absolute perfection, almost as impressive as you. Bold move.
Which led to a 12-hour conflict that was apparently part war, part intense chat battle. Her alliance warned her about him, too.
And maybe the riskiest one, Isla, from Server 42.
The enemy leader's sister, a proper forbidden love situation.
Which resulted in her brother declaring war on Boba's entire alliance, CWB.
Wow. And Boba's reaction?
Just said it was totally worth it.
Incredible. He's really playing with fire, impacting actual game politics with his charm. It's strange kind of power.
But you can only juggle so many cross-server romances before things unravel.
The inevitable discovery. The women found out about each other.
Oh, yes. Server 16, 23, 42, plus others mentioned from 51 and 78. They all connect. Global chat apparently exploded.
Oh, dear. I can imagine.
And the result? A coordinated attack. Multiple forces converging on Boba's base. The ultimate reckoning, as the story calls it.
And what about his own alliance, CWB? What did they think of all this drama?
Their reactions are gold. Joker just laughs his head off. Snow, another member, just sighs, probably thinking, here we go again.
And Abian posts a popcorn emoji, just enjoying the show.
Classic gamer response. And Boba himself, when facing this multi-server assault born from his own flirting.
What does he do? Panic.
Nope. Just a smirk, sends a heart emoji into the chat, and starts preparing his defenses for war.
Wow. He seems to thrive on the chaos, almost. Or at least he's completely unflappable.
And the story leaves it there. To be continued. Can he actually handle a war started by multiple spurned lovers across different servers?
It's quite the cliffhanger. It paints him as someone who really pushes boundaries, engages with the game world on every conceivable level: combat, alliance dynamics, and these, well, very complicated romantic entanglements.
So wrapping up this deep dive then, what we end up with is this incredibly multifaceted picture of Boba.
Yeah, definitely not just a simple gamer tag.
You've got the Bubble Tea King who's actually running on whiskey.
The vital ace general who's the alliance's social glue and occasional drunken tornado.
And the surprisingly effective, almost legendary cross-server charmer who maybe finally bit off more than he could chew.
It's the layers, isn't it? The contrasts. The sweet image versus the alcohol, the reliable ally versus the chaotic drunk side, the fierce warrior who's also a smooth talker.
Exactly. It really pushes back against any simple idea of what an online identity is. People aren't just one thing, even behind an avatar.
It shows how complex and, frankly, how human these online spaces and the personas within them can be. All these different roles and masks.
So maybe the final thought for you, the listener, is this. What does Boba's story really tell us about online life? About the communities we build and the different faces we present?
Yeah, is the real Boba any single one of those things? The gamer, the ally, the charmer? Or is the reality that he is all of them, this blend of contradictions depending on the context?
Something to think about, definitely. The complexity of who we are, both online and off.